Hello, Gucci's team. How you all doing? Today I'll share with you beans porridge recipe. If you're a lover of beans, come on guys. Let me share with you how I made this delicious beans and plantain porridge. Look at that, yummy. Mm-mm-mm. Look at that. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. Guys, if you want to know how I did this, come on. Let's go to the kitchen. Mm-mm-mm. Yummy. Very quick, very easy meal idea. You're gonna love to try. Your children will love it. Your husband will love it. Friends and family members will love it. Very, very easy to make. Trust me, Gucci's team, this is a very quick meal idea for you, for your children. Children who doesn't like to eat beans will like to eat beans and plantain porridge. This recipe is pocket friendly recipe. You can do this with little amount of money. For the beans recipe, we are using honey beans. Honey beans is a very delicious bean. I like honey beans a lot. And it's a very, very sweet beans, if you must know. So if you haven't tried honey beans, go ahead and try it. It's a very quick dinner recipe, very good meal idea. You can eat this for dinner, you can use this for lunch, for brunch also. It's also good for breakfast, trust me. Even though people say you don't eat beans for breakfast, but honestly, if you prepare it the way I'm going to be showing you today, you will love to eat this morning, afternoon, night, because beans is very, very good for your health. And for children also, beans is very good for children. I have a case of plantain and I don't want it to get wasted, so I'm going to use it for this recipe. We are making beans and plantain porridge. Okay, I'm going to take some here, so I will dice them into some cube sizes so we can use them for our beans. If you have plantain, you can do a lot of recipes with your plantain. Don't allow your plantain to get spoiled. There's so many things you can do with your ripe plantain. All right. So the next step is to get our beans parboiled. So my pot is ready and I have hot water here. I'm going to add my beans. Just wash your beans nicely and add it to the boiling hot water. Add water to your beans and wash nicely. Wash first and second time before you add it into the boiling water you have in the pot. That way you want to get rid of all of the preservative, because you have preservative for beans. You preserve beans with some preservative which you need to get out. That's why some people will tell you they have a problem after eating beans, burning stomach and so on. But when you wash your beans nicely and parboil, you will not have any issue as that. So I encourage you to always parboil your beans before you start cooking proper, so that way you can really enjoy beans, so that you don't have any heartburn or any kind of situation with your stomach after eating beans. My beans has been properly washed. I'm going to add it to the pot. Make sure you have boiling water. Go ahead and add the beans to the boiling water. This is so your beans can be parboiled and all of those preservative will come out in a minute. Make sure you pick out the dirt from your beans. This is the first thing you must do as soon as you measure your beans. Pick the beans. Make sure you pick out all the dirt that you have in the beans, because sometimes there are stones and all manner of stuffs in your beans. So allow your beans to parboil for like 15-20 minutes and then we wash and start cooking all over again. As our beans is parboiling, we are going to get our peppers rolling. Go ahead and clean your peppers nicely. These are all I'm going to be using. I have green chilies, I have habanero pepper, I like it in my food. I have tomatoes, I have scotch bonnet, I have ginger, I have garlic, and I have some spring onion. Okay, go ahead and use any. I have shombo. You can replace the shombo with tatashe if you have tatashe. Okay, so this is what I will be blending together so we can make our stew by this. So you need oil for this recipe. I didn't realize that my oil was finished, honestly speaking, before I choose this recipe for my husband's dinner today. But anyways, this is the oil I'm going to be using. This oil is very nice in case you want to use carotene oil or laola. It's a very good oil, but it's an expensive oil. We got this from Amazon for about $45 before I traveled to Nigeria. I don't know how much it is right now, but trust me, if you're looking for a very good oil, you can go for this Ola carotene cooking oil. It's a very good oil. It has no taste whatsoever. It's a very good oil. I will advise you to go for this oil. Okay, so guys, 20 minutes later, this is what the water looks like. I'm running cold water through it. I'm going to rinse this out and I'll start cooking it proper. Rinse this out completely and wash your beans and start cooking for the second time. Okay, this is what we call parboiling. All of this water cannot be eaten. That is why you need to. After washing nicely, this is what our beans looks like. Can you see how clear the water is? This is what it means by parboiling and getting your beans in properly. Yeah. If you do not prepare your meals properly, you're not going to be eating healthy. So it is advisable to parboil your beans because there is always preservative in all of the beans. So the best thing you want to do, these are tips that you must know in this video. Okay, just go ahead, parboil your beans, wash nicely. First of all, get your beans, pick the stones out, wash nicely, pour it in a cooking hot water, and then parboil for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, rinse it out and wash again, and we'll start cooking properly. We are going to be adding salt to these beans. Just go ahead like so. So add your salt to these beans. I just added just half teaspoon. Add your onion. It's always advisable to add your salt at this point. Add your onion, cover it and allow it to cook for 40 minutes depending on your stove, sometimes 30 minutes. Onion will help it give you a very delicious aroma, and it will help your beans to get softened on time with the salt to come out very flavorful. So as our beans is cooking, I'm just going to get the stew ready. Okay, so let's turn on the stove for the stew. So guys, I've gone ahead to chop my plantain nicely. This is how you want to chop your plantain, or you can chop it in any way that you choose it, but this is how I've gone ahead to chop my plantain. Wash your plantain nicely and chop your plantain. Okay, wash your plantain, peel the skin, peel it up and dice it in any shape of your choice. I'm going to go ahead and blend my peppers. All right, so go ahead, blend your peppers, just get everything ready while the beans is cooking. Let's blend. This is how I like it, guys. Go in with your oil. I'm going to go in with my oil. Allow it to toast for 60 seconds. I'm going to go in with my chopped onions or sliced onions. Go about your onion whichever way you want to. Okay. Allow it to toast for some 60 seconds. I'm going to add some salt to this. This doesn't take time. This is a very quick and easy recipe. It used to be a very cheap meal before, but with the way the economy is all over the world, things have changed. In Nigeria, if I tell you how much we buy just a tiny big spoon of beans, you will be screaming. Cooked beans, like if you go to a restaurant and you want to eat beans, they will tell you 1,000 naira for a scoop, just a very small scoop. Isn't that crazy? I don't know how poor people are surviving. Like, it has affected everybody now. It's not just for the less privileged ones. A lot of us now, I mean, a lot of people are going through the same thing other, low budget people are going through. So this is all of my blends. I'm going to add it in. Yes, always ensure to eat vegetables. Always ensure to have vegetables in your meal. Trust me, you will be eating healthy when you do that. Okay, look at, see how delicious it's looking. See how beautiful. Look at all those greens. Look at that, guys. Isn't this sumptuous already? So let's allow it to simmer. Let's just allow it to simmer. Give it some time. Stir it up periodically so that it doesn't get burnt. Okay, our beans is cooked. I'm going to go ahead and add the plantain. So this is the plantain. I'm going to add it in and allow it to cook until it is very soft. Allow it to mix with each other before we add our stew. And here's our stew. Our stew is cooking nicely. I'll just allow it to cook some more. So I added my plantain to the beans. I'm going to allow it to cook together for about 10 minutes just to get my plantain nicely cooked and soft. So I added a little Maggi. I'm going to stir it together. Our stew is ready. It's ready to go in. Turn off the heat. This stew reminds me of bole. It came out so good. Bole recipe. Look at that. Look at that stew. Oh my goodness. Look at that delicious stew. You can use this for porridge. You can use this stew for indomie. You can use it for spaghetti. Trust me, you can use this for your peppered gizzard, peppered asun. You can use it for your asun, goat meat asun, chicken asun. This is so good. This is so good. Let's hold on for the beans. We're going to hold on for the beans and the plantain to get to know each other. Then we mix with the stew. We're going to add our sauce to our beans and plantain. Okay, so this is our beans and plantain porridge. Looking all delicious. Looking all yummylicious. It's a very simple recipe. Add your crayfish, mix everything together, and yeah, voila. Let's add it in. Guys, I'm going to keep some of this sauce. I'll use it for maybe spaghetti. Honestly, this is going to be very good for spaghetti. I'll just use this for indomie. I'll keep a little bit. Honestly, I can even use some for shawarma. This is so delicious. I'm going to add some crayfish. This is prawns actually. Guys, look at that. Look at that deliciousness. Mix. Guys. Oh my goodness, guys. This is so good, so good. This is so good. This is so delicious. You don't have to add all the oil if you don't have too much oil. All of those peppers, ginger, garlic, onion. This tastes so amazing. This is one of my husband's favorite meal. Make this for my husband for his birthday. He will thank you. Any occasion, Christmas, just make my husband beans porridge or beans and plantain porridge. He will love you for it. This is the little one I remained. I'm going to use this for Indomie. I might even use this for my shawarma. Trust me. I love the peppers. Look at how beautiful. This is so good. So good. I just feel like making bole because of this very pepper. It smells so incredible. It tastes so fantastic. It's so good. Trust me. If you use this sauce for Indomie or spaghetti, you will love it. Trust me. This is good. Our beans and plantain porridge recipe is ready. Try this and let me know in the comment section. I want to say a very huge thank you to all of my new and old subscribers. Please do me well to turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified anytime I upload new videos. Guys, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good, guys. This is it for your beans and plantain porridge. This is so good. I hope you're going to try this, guys. It's so good. This is so good. It's so good. Like, I don't know what to say, but honestly, this is so delicious. My husband will like it. Hubby will love it. This is good. Guys, try this and let me know in the comment section. Follow me on my Instagram, Gucci's Intercontinental, at my Facebook, Gucci's Kitchen all the way. You're going to enjoy my recipes. Simple and very fantastic. You can do this and your children will love it. Your husband will love it. And you will love it. Gucci's team, be loving, be kind, be merciful. God loves a merciful heart.